There are people that influence your life in so many ways. So, Diana, who was the best teacher that you've ever had, and what are some good qualities of a good teacher?
Okay, so it's also a really hard question because I cannot tell you a single person. I'm thinking about many of them.
Okay.
And uh, well, most of them I think were teachers for my favorite subjects, so that might have something to do with it. But
Okay, that's great.
I do remember my philosophy teacher was very fun. Like he made
Okay.
classes extremely fun. He made witty remarks. He made us do uh, tons of games. So we approached this knowledge in a very different way.
Interesting. Could you give us an example?
Yeah, he was very he was like a character, I tell you. So once this was one of the very first classes we had with him. He said, "We're going to be studying the human being. And for that, I'm going to need you to observe our subject of study. So we're going to go outside." And we basically it was like a class of stalkers. And we would like look through the window of different classrooms, and
Yeah.
other students were getting kind of um, uneasy with us. But it sounds silly, but it was really kind of fun. And there was also like something to it. Eventually he did develop that skill in us of being very observant, very open. But at the time, it sometimes he did things that were outright crazy, and it was fun for teenage me to be a part of his classroom.
Cool. So this
Yeah.
was high school, right? Or the
Yes, this was
university?
high school.
Okay.
This was high school, and and then in high school I also had a Spanish teacher, literature teacher, who maybe didn't do all these kinds of games and activities and dynamics, but he was very passionate about books and literature. And we definitely we definitely felt it. Like the enthusiasm was contagious. And so I guess that's also a good quality to have in a teacher.
That's really interesting. Yeah.
What about
And
you, Andy?
yeah, what about me? So in yeah, at school there was one math teacher that I really liked him. He was for third grade. And well, first of all, I liked math. But beyond that, this guy was really kind. Um, he was always, always gave like nice comments to the students and always had like a good attitude, because sometimes like some teachers have a bad attitude or get frustrated, and don't respond correctly when they get frustrated. So this guy was always calm, friendly. And I remember that like one day a month on Fridays, like the class, instead of being like the normal class where he explained something and we had to do some exercises, it was playing cards, with like cards about cars, uh, and the thing was that it was really fun. That was a game that we liked, and it became, I think, it made the class more fun. We connected more with the teacher. It became really engaging. And also, if I think about it right now, it was related also to numbers, because the card game was related to numbers, right? So if you think
Yeah,
about it, it
and
was,
those were your interests. Yeah.
yeah.
Mhm.
So it was very interesting. I remember that. And the thing is that this teacher was really friendly, always encouraging, a really nice guy. And always, I think everyone remembers him that way. And it was very different from some other teachers that sometimes are more like bullies, right?
Yeah, I
Or
was just
that